There we go. There we go. What up? Looks much clearer on my phone for some reason. There we go. That looks better. What up? What up? Get that's out of here. Yo, Mason, what up, buddy? What up? Opinion on the White House UFC event? I think it'd be awesome. I love it. Christopher Baby Curtis is back. Yep. He could be. I like his chances against Max Griffin. John should fight Tom at White House. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I think the whole thing is cool. If it happens, that'd be awesome. Anyone else done with Strickland? I'm done. Dana doesn't like outdoor events, though. I think they could figure it out. Shit, they could build something around it. I think they could figure it out. Please do Wellmaker versus Alex Taporia. Please. I think Alex Taporia is super overrated. Lewis getting slept? I don't think so. Wellmaker fucked Chris up, man. Yeah. Again, shocker. That was an easy one to pick on that one. What about McGregor at White House? Would it be versus Chandler? If he would come back, it'd be against Chandler. Yo, Tuesday, what's up, buddy? I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you were doing well. Can I make you a mod? No. You like the cat? Appreciate you. Seeing Charles out cold was nuts. Yeah, it hurt. It hurt. Again, easy to predict. Pantoja's the flyweight GOAT. I think DJ still is the flyweight GOAT, but there's an argument that Pantoja's right up there with him. How can you earn mod? Just be here. That's all. Never would, Trevor. I mean, it'd be a lot of money. If Pantoja takes Van out, he's the GOAT. No, I don't think necessarily if he took Van out, because Van doesn't have a crazy big name on him. It would have to be like another legend. Or just continually beating out the division. I thought Ilya was going to get him out of there by a drop and then ground and pound, not just sleeping him with one shot. Yeah, I didn't think maybe he would get him out cold, but I knew he was going to hurt him because, again, what does Charles do? He moves forward. So it wasn't surprising that he was able to finish him coming forward. Maybe it's surprising that he put him out cold, but I expected him to hurt him coming forward. So I wasn't necessarily shocked that he put him out because that's how I thought he would hurt him. So I turned on all notifications. I appreciate you, Rick. Yeah, to meet you. Someone's on top for 6 years. Yeah. Does Walter catch that? He could. It's a good bet. I have a bet video coming out tomorrow. I hope you guys check it, and I hope you guys like it. But, yeah, that's coming out tomorrow. I could have seen out cold, but it was the fact that it was one single punch. Well, I don't think it was necessarily one single punch. I think he hurt him a little bit before that. Because, like, when he busted him open, he caught him with the left hook. And that's what cut Charles open, and then he immediately grabbed him. I think he was already stung up a little bit. Even if he wasn't necessarily showing it, I do think he was hurt a little bit. And also, all that momentum coming forward, what Charles was doing, all of that he's going to absorb all of that power because he's moving forward. So, do you think Cejudo ruined his legacy? No, because he came back and had probably the closest fight I've ever seen in a fight against Aljo. I thought there's an argument that Cejudo won. I thought there's an argument that Aljo won. The closest fight I've ever seen. There's nothing to hold your head down on. And then he lost to the champion now, that's defended the title quite a few times. Nothing to hang your head down on. Lost a song, but I mean, decision-wise, in weird circumstances, had moments. I mean, none of his losses are bad. Charles always gets hurt too. Yeah, exactly. Bro, you picked Chitty? You goddamn right I picked Chitty. Love Chitty. Are you kidding me? Yeah, but you get what I mean. Oh, I 100% understand Tuesday. The knockout exchange started with the right hand, then made Charles go limp as soon as it connected. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I wasn't shocked because I thought he was going to get finished because he comes forward. So I didn't take in like, holy shit, it was one shot. It was like, no, I kind of knew Charles was going to get hurt. So it never sunk in. I was like, oh, fuck, it was only one shot because I had programmed in my head that he was going to get hurt like that, you know. But it sucked. It hurt. It hurt. Chitty will finish Jake. I hope Chitty wins. I like Jake a lot, though. All right, Rick. I'm Evolved will knock Barhello out cold. Out? I don't know. He has to improve his cardio, I think. Opinion on Trump wanting to change the name back to... I mean, I have no opinion. Who do people in the chat got, Walter or Kenny? As much as we like Charles, I don't understand why people generally thought he was going to win. It didn't make sense to me. And I wanted Charles to win. I talked about it. Anything I talked about, that main event, I wanted Charles to win. But the way he fights and the way he talked about it, I'm going to move forward. Yeah, I don't like that. Why not use your footwork? Whether it works or not, use your footwork. Try to keep him away from you. If he gets in close, you get a hold of him. I just don't understand doing that. Marcus Almeida versus Boudet should be interesting. Yeah, the problem with Marcus, I think, is he's 35 and he's 5-1. That concerns me. The way I'm Evolved knocked out Stylebender. Yep, that's the card I went 11-1. Oh, it hurt. Kennedy by KO, I hope so. You ready for Dustin Max 3? You goddamn right I am. How does Gene Silva and Ruffy do versus Ilya? Ruffy, I think, does okay because he's longer, but I don't think he does very well in close. Gene Silva, I think, would make it a little bit close because he has power as well. I actually think Taporia would wrestle him early and then maybe strike as the fight goes, depending on how long it goes. But I think Gene would actually do better. Petr Yan will finish Marcus. I think so. Do you think Dustin will win his last fight? No. Moving forward is a double-edged sword with Ilya. Yep, it's how you can beat Ilya by backing him up, but it can just as easy get you KO'd against him. I think the biggest thing, honestly, with him, it's like we've seen guys have success, and like obviously we know the Jai Herbert thing. We gotta stop comparing these other fighters, and this is gonna sound weird. I know we gotta stop comparing what these other fighters and Jai Herbert has done. Jai Herbert is big for 55, and he's good. He has good combinations. He has good long strikes. The problem with Jai is obviously his chin. He's very inconsistent. Volkanovski had a lot of success. Footwork, jab, keep moving. Max Holloway had a lot of success. Footwork, combinations, keep moving. The one time he goes in on a straight line, he gets hurt. So it's like, also Zalal, when they fought, whether it was short notice, I know, but still, he had success because Topuria got a little tired. Zalal, footwork. So the thing that Charles could have done was teeps, leg kicks, keep it on the outside. If he gets close, get a hold of him. Pull guard, something. Don't just march forward while throwing combinations with the guy. That doesn't make any sense to me. So, I don't, the knockout will affect Max. He's tough. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it will. Jai Herbert Toria bad. Yes, he did. Ryan Hall got his lights put out. Easiest prediction of all time. Easy. I didn't see it personally, but I bet Charles pickers were using the Herbert fight as a reason for their pick. Yeah, and that's the issue. It's like, for one, Charles has a very different striking style than Jai Herbert. You know, Charles has always been able, when he has success with his striking, use his grappling to be behind it. When he fights a guy that's well rounded, like Charles, he struggles with that. Like Justin, good striking, not great takedown defense, whatever. What was he able to do? March him forward. Same thing when he didn't fight Dustin. Dustin was so worried about him getting his back, it made Dustin hesitant. You're on the money. Legit, best way he could have won was by not fighting at all like he usually does. Yeah. When I heard him say, even again, I didn't need him to say anything, and that the way it ended was what I thought was going to happen. But when I heard him say, I'm gonna move forward on him. What are you talking about, Charles? Why do that? You can do that as the fight goes on. You don't need to do that. It just doesn't make sense to me. Why do that? Why test that? It just sucks. It sucks when a guy like Charles is 35, he'll be 36 years old, had this incredible career comeback, and then you go out there on possibly your last opportunity for gold. I understand you went out on your shield, but god damn it. Somebody in the corner, why didn't you talk to him? Ugh. Man. Turns out Payne Talbot isn't a fraud. Yeah, Marcellus is good. Shocker. That was such a nasty kick, too. He flicked it up in close range when Ilya was mid-combination. Oh, it was disgusting. It was disgusting. You're correct. Bitsy, buddy, what up? Smashed Damon Jackson, too? Yes, he did. Yeah, the head kick by Jai Herbert is fucking gross. Gross. Yeah, bad game plan. The White House card will bring Jean back, possibly. Armin is probably the hardest matchup for Ilya. Gosh, that's so tough because here, let's look at this. Let's look. Let's see, welterweight. I mean 55, Jesus. Lightweight. Okay. So, Mike Davis. Here we go. Ilya is champion, obviously. So, Armin, striking's okay. Obviously, where the fight would be fun is the scrambling, the grappling, all of those things. Okay? Paddy leaves his chin too much in the air. Decent striking, but his ground game is where he's successful. That fight would be a lot of fun. It's probably next. Gaethje, I again think he would have a hard time with the grappling, so no. Dustin Poirier is retiring. Matthias Gamrot striking, I don't think is on the level of Topuria, so I think Gamrot would be in trouble because of that. Dan Hooker's just absorbed too much punishment, so I think he'd be in a really hard spot in that matchup. Game as fuck, it'd be awesome, but no. Rafael Fiziev, I think the cardio would fail him a ton in that, and I also think Topuria has too much power for Rafael Fiziev. Benio Dariush, I love Benny, I'd love for him to be champion, that would be my dream if I could have it. But I don't think his chin could hold up. I just don't. Renato Marcano, he would get smashed by the grappling or the striking. Grant Dawson, incredible grappler. I don't know how his cardio would do, and I don't know how his striking defense would do. But I do know Grant Dawson would have a great game plan in there. I don't think he'd go into striking with Topuria, but I do think he loses that fight. Honestly, people might not like this, but Joel Alvarez, I don't know how great his takedown defense is, but he showed good takedown defense in the Elvis Brenner fight, showed good takedown defense in the Jakar Close fight. So, honestly, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Joel Alvarez is the toughest matchup for Ilya Topuria. Sorry for the hard one. Oh, I don't think the KO wasn't going to happen regardless. Oh, I agree. I agree. But he's knocked out a couple times. Yeah. He knocked out Armin on boxing. Yes, agreed. Poirier would have a chance, but at this point he's getting slept as well. Correct. Now, would it be fun? You're goddamn right it'd be fun. That'd be incredible. Incredible. Absolutely, Mason, yes. Brandon versus Brandon 3 gonna bang. It's gonna be good. Dustin probably taking too much damage to hang with Poirier. I agree. We live. Let's go. What's up? Dawson's chin is so bad, he'd probably get slept by grazing Jad from Ilya. Correct. Now again, that's another one. The wrestling exchanges I would love to see. Joel could get him. Yeah, I think Joel's the the matchup I'd love to see. There's not really anybody else, to be honest. Matthias Rebecki, I don't think his striking is all that good. Great grappling, but no. Just no. I don't know. Like Prime Poirier, I think actually has a solid chance to beat Ilya, but I still wouldn't favor him. Yeah. Now, the boxing exchanges in that one, God. Armin, could you imagine that, bro? Joel versus Ilya? It'd be disgusting. Yes. That'd be gross. Poirier versus Ilya would be crazy. Oh, dude, it'd be... I don't even know. That fight would be so good. It would be two guys from Spain fighting each other for the lightweight belt. That would be sick. They don't train in the same place, do they? Because that's a fight I'd love to see. Climate Club and MMA Masters. And then... It doesn't say. That's cool. Fighting out of resources. Nope. Explain why 318's good. Only redeeming factor is like it's supposed to have like 14 fights. Why 318's good? Why is it good? What are you talking about? The card's good. That's why it's good. Here, let's talk about it. Joel's big. Yes, he is. We don't know how good Joel truly is, but I get what you mean. Who knows how Ilya's going to handle someone who's that tall. Max was tall, but Joel is like 4 inches taller than Max. And Max was having success. People don't like to acknowledge that, but he was having success. Armin beat the fuck out of him, though. Yep. A couple fights ago, but yes, he did. I think a lot of people will disagree, but I think Armin beat Ilya. Ooh, I don't think Armin beats him. I don't think his striking defense is good enough. Again, we're getting more fights for this, but like, you have good fights on this card. Holloway, Poirier, Ige, Pitbull, Costa, Kopylov, Howland, Rodriguez, Vittori, Allen, Islam Dulatov, Adam Figueroa. Adam Figueroa's not good, but whatever. Kyler Phillips, Vinicius Oliveira. Francis Ngannou Jr. versus Robert Valentine. Ryan Span's back. Bruno Fierra's back. A lot of really good fights, and we're going to get more. Because Michael Johnson, Daniel Zahuber is not the co-main. Sorry to tell you. It'll probably be Howland Rodriguez, which I don't think should be, but it will be. It's a good card. That is a very good main card. The main card should be Holloway, Howland Rodriguez, Costa, Kopylov, and then Danny Gay, Patricio Pitbull. That's a good card. I had a 1-1 before Max got slept. Yep. People say Nashville and Abu Dhabi better than 318, 319. Man, it makes no sense to me. I think it's awesome. Even this card this weekend's good. Armin will get put to sleep. Yeah, I'm going to UFC Nashville. You lucky bastard. What's up, dog? Where you from? USA? Indiana? Lewis will get slept with an elbow. I hope not. Possibly, though. Looking zesty, bro. Appreciate you. Okay. Should be fun fights, but Poirier deserved a bigger card for his final fight. Sure, I get that. Name-wise, it isn't good. Name-wise, I mean, if you watch for more than a year, you're going to know a lot of these fighters. What do you mean? Michael Johnson, Daniel Zahuber, Ige, Pitbull, Costa, Kopylov, Howland, Rodriguez, Vittori, Allen, Figueroa, Islam Dulatov, Phillips, Oliveira. There's a lot of well-known fighters on this card. Jimmy Crute, Marcin Prachnio, Francisco Prado. I mean, it's a lot of good freaking fights on the card. Connor needs to come back. No, he doesn't. Michael Johnson wins. I'll be very happy. Yeah, he's getting slept, though. Steve Garcia will put Calvin out. I hope so. Good to see you're live. Hope you're doing well, brother. We're here, man. We're here. I know all fighters on the card, but I'm saying we have Dan Ige as a co-main right now. Well, I mean, sure, yeah. That's fair, I guess. But I would assume Kevin Holland, Daniel Rodriguez will be co-main. I would assume. You could also do Phillips, Oliveira. I don't think that should be co-main. But it would either be Howland, Rodriguez, or Costa Kopylov as a co-main. I don't really think you can have Costa as a co-main, but I mean, possibly. Pitbull is 38-year-old former Bellator champion. Yeah. Yes, he is. Do you think Ilya next fight will actually be Patty? Yes. That's if Pico even fucking makes it. Oh, he'll make it. Costa, yep, nice to talk to you. I am Romanian. I like Uberim. Doing a great job here. Appreciate you. Costa Kopylov makes no sense because Costa has no name value. Has name value. Makes more sense, yeah. I was thinking only because, maybe not, because Costa's on a losing streak. So the only people that's not really on a losing streak is Holland and Rodriguez. They've won their last fights. So that's the reason why I was thinking those guys. But like Costa doesn't deserve it. I agree. You're right. U.S., Indiana. I really want to see Tom Nolan versus Terrence McKinney. I think Terrence McKinney lights Tom Nolan up like a Christmas tree. I understand they will be good fights, but look at it from a point of view of somebody who were to only watch main card pay-per-views. Well, if you don't know the fighters, sure. But if you're not I don't want to use the word casual because I don't think that's fair. I don't think you should have to watch all of them. But if you're not going to watch all of them, you're not going to know the fighters. So then you can't really say anything about the fighters not being, the cards not having big name fighters. Because, I mean, even Adam Figueroa has had a lot of fights in UFC and fought Michael Morales. So, I mean, there's a lot of name value on the card. Paulo Costa. Stylebender destroyed Costa? Yes, he did. Early lean for Dustin versus Max. I'm leaning Holloway. I agree. Paulo is ranked and Kopylov will fuck him. I hope so. Yeah, Costa sucks, but he did still beat Robert Whittaker's face. Break Robert Whittaker's face? Yes, he did. Even somebody like Pitbull isn't recognizable to a lot of people. Well, that's just people turning on the TV and seeing UFC. That's not Pitbull's fault, because if you follow the sport, you know who Pitbull is. I do understand what you're saying. I'm just also saying, if people are watching the sport, are paying attention to the sport, you're going to know a lot of these fighters. Sometimes there's guys that I don't really know who they are, but then you just have to watch the fights and, Paulo was very good when he used to be more aggressive, style, but when he changed his current style, everything started to go wrong. Well, that's because Israel decided to destroy him. Paulo need to back with his old style. Yes, he does. He said he was going to. We'll see. I see Van versus Pantoja being like Aldo Max 1. Ooh. Okay. Could you rate this card out of 10? Are you talking about the Poirier Holloway card? Ige gonna KO Pitbull in 2? Yes. Yes, 318. I mean, I would say probably 6.5 out of 10. Because I think that could go up with how the card delivers. Because there's 14 fights. If there's 10 finishes, probably an 8. 8.5. It's a goddamn good card. That's a good fucking card. Yeah. Costa does have some talent, though. You don't see too many big guys throwing a perfect wheel kick like that. You're right. Ige by KO. Yeah. Can you imagine if Dustin beats Max 3 times? That'd be wild. I thought Max won the second fight, but Vin keeps getting better. He's only 23, which is crazy. Scary? Yeah, it's scary for sure. It is scary. Wild how much better he's getting. Now, again, the fight with Royval shows, again, nothing about his ground game. There's takedown game. We don't know. So, ready makes sense, but emphasizing that it's a good card is kind of wild. It's a good card. I mean, to me, it's a good card. It's a card I'm genuinely excited for. Now, is a lot of that because I'm excited to watch Holloway Poirier? Of course. But you're telling me I'm not excited for watch Johnson, Zellhuber, Ige, Pitbull, Costa, Kopylov, Howland, Rodriguez, Vittori, Allen, Phillips, Oliveira, Crute, Pragnell, Prado, Francis Ngannou Jr., Spann again, Bruno Vieira. Yeah, I'm excited for this card. I am excited for it. I think it could be really good. In my opinion, it's a mediocre card. Well, sure. Van versus Brandon was... Well, again, if this was a fight night, this would be a great fight night lineup. But because it has a number on it, people are like, well, it's not a good card. No, it's a good card. It just has an incredible main event. And again, if we go to the main event and it's been all finishes, TKOs or submissions, and then the main event goes to a 5-round decision, the card was fucking good. I mean, that's how that works. I'm excited to watch MMA at the end of the day. Yeah, that's true. Holloway Dustin alone is enough to watch this card. Yep. Names don't really matter to me as long as people are fighting. That's fair. Can't wait for Phillips Oliveira. Man, that's a great fight. I know, I love it. But to charge 90 for these fighters is insane. 90? 90. It's 79. 90. People just don't like the main card, meaning it sucks. Just saw your post on Alice Pereira debut. I figured she would be signed eventually, but wasn't aware she was on the roster already. Yep. I put that earlier up today when I was at work. Oh, Canada. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, 79 is fucking ridiculous. But, we damn near have fights every single weekend. So to put on a card like this when we're having a lot of fucking fights, to me, is incredible. The turnaround, the roster, it's so good. If you think about it like that. 79 is still too much? Agreed. Brandon Allen's going to beat Marvin for sure because Marvin looked terrible, absolutely awful. Yes, I agree. I hope Allen loses, though. You're exactly right. Everyone will have their own opinion of what a good card is to them. Nobody is wrong in their opinion. Just hope for a good fights. Yeah, 100%. I'm not complaining. No. I literally wouldn't complain if this was cheaper. That's fair. JDM versus Islam. Who do you have? Islam. Because even if JDM is having success, I think he still makes mistakes on the ground, and I don't think you can make mistakes on the ground with Islam. Since $2.99, my family had been using Fire Stick to watch pay-per-views. Wow. Okay. I mean, if you can watch them, watch them. I don't care how you do it. I hope Wonder Boy wins this weekend. Me too. Me too. What the fuck are you talking about? What? Sorry, I'm having coffee at 12:50 at night. Yeah. Steve Garcia has a long KO streak. Yes, he does. Never seen somebody like Teixeira be pushed this hard. You are correct. Beating Justin Tafa doesn't mean a whole lot to me. Now, I'm not saying he's not good. It's just, who's the harder hitter? Lewis. Now, can Teixeira catch him sleeping sometimes? Sure. Islam was also striking with Poirier on the feet when landing. Crazy level. Dude, he hurt Poirier a couple of times. Early, there was one of the first exchanges in the first round. He hurt Poirier really bad. I don't even know if he noticed it, to be honest. Because he might have couldn't have got him out of there. He hurt him real bad in that first. But the combinations that Poirier was landing to the body were fucking filthy. Filthy. But again, Islam's good. CVRCS smashed Chase. Yes, he did. I love the guy and have been watching his fights since like early 2024, but what's probably going to be a title shot within 2 to 3 fights is crazy. I don't know. I don't know. He needs to fight a whole lot more. We know nothing about this guy. Because he was getting touched up a little bit in his Contender Series fight. Name top 3 best unranked prospects. Oh, you're killing me. Killing me. Well, I would say Lima, the guy that Talbot just beat. I like Lima. Ooh, I'm always going to forget somebody. I can never think about this very well in the moment. Talbot's not ranked, so Talbot, Lima, not ranked, and Wellmaker. People complaining about pay-per-view money is silly. Nobody's making them watch, and there is so many ways to watch MMA nowadays. Correct. And the Dustin hurt Max, yeah. De Ritter, will TKO Rob, I agree. Vallejos, Kavanaugh, those are good ones too. Good ones too. Could you imagine like Kavanaugh, Vallejos versus like Talbot or Wellmaker? Whew. Whew. What's the best weight class? I'm going to say 170. Hamzat gasses out in the DDP fight. Yes. Pico knocks Mavzar out. Oh, I'd love that. You just shook up the world, Pico. Is Kevin Holland a safe pick against D-Rod or just Francis Ngannou Jr. as parlay leg? I would say Francis is damn near a lock, but I like Holland against D-Rod, especially because D-Rod gets touched and Holland has power. But that fight could be weird. The over is probably something I really would like to bet on that fight. Delgado, incredible. Shavkat versus Sean Brady soon, hopefully. Kevin Holland is never a safe pick. Correct. He's doing good right now, though. Ilya's a complete fighter. He has Greco-Roman wrestling, boxing, BJJ, added to the fact that he has great punch and usually walks at 182 pounds. I see the guy with chances of being triple champ. We'll see about that. He's a small 55er. Kevin Holland activity is insane. Of course it is. I do think Holland is taking these fights more serious. I agree. Absolutely, Bitsy. I think Teixeira's chin will be floating, being taller. Also, Lewis grappling his levels above, as well as his blind build favors him in grappling against a lanky opponent. Agreed. And again, I'm always going to trust Lewis's punching, always. Because if he hits dudes, they fold. Like what he did against Chris Daukaus. I mean, it's Chris Daukaus, yes, but he fucking folded him. He took 3 rounds just messing around with Nascimento and was like, you know what? I'm done. And then finishes him. Crazy. D-Rod, though, is taller. Cade for Holland. Stand-up fight and old. D-Rod, though, is a taller. He is taller, yes. Factility's BJ's weakest trait is insane. His BJJ is not his weakest trait. I'd say his head movement is probably his weakest. I don't know if he can take Jack out. I think so. Lewis is 40, by the way. Yeah, I know. That doesn't mean anything for heavyweights. Bryce Mitchell cutting down to 35. He's an idiot, as always. People act like they want Ivalov fight for the belt is funny. To me, however, fuck Yair. I hope Yair doesn't get it. Oh, my God. Please. Please. How does chicken the UFC? I choose Norma Dumont. Folded Curtis Blades. Yeah. One shot. Gene Silva gonna KO Diego and Volk. I don't know about Volk. I don't know about Diego. I don't know. I do think he wins, though. Lewis and Ngannou have the most power in UFC. I agree. And Rumble. R.I.P. Rumble. R.I.P., buddy. Hey, what's up, Elite? How you doing, buddy? I have over 100K loaded up for the next month. Dude, you need to tell me your fucking what you're doing for your pockets. Holy hell, dude. I need to figure it out so I can be home more with everybody, my family, and I can do this with you guys at night. Why, with his only wins and his last 6 being over scrubs, who we talking about? Who we talking about? Yeah, your guarantee has the title shot. I don't. Ugh. Booking Lopez Mobs on Gene Silva means he definitely gets it. How in the hell do you explain that you're getting a title shot? He hasn't done anything. Nothing. I don't get it. Ilya, a backup fighter for Max versus Dustin. That'd be wild. Moreno sucks, yes. The year smashed Pitbull, yeah. I'm a business salesman in the moving industry, okay. And I make a ton on UFC, cashed absolutely huge on 317. More power to you, buddy. I keep it going for yourself. Whatever you're doing, it's working. Goddamn. Hope they book BSD Ruffy. I don't really want to see that. I'd rather watch BSD in a grappler versus grappler. Like BSD versus Grand Dawson. That'd be sick. Ooh, we talking MMA? Yep, you goddamn right we are. Arnold Allen said he's facing Yair. Ooh, yes, please, I'm there for that. That's fucking weird, Daquan. He said it's in the works. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what happens. That could be interesting. PSD Roofy. I don't really want to see that. God. I guess they said he's going to fight in Paris as well. Which is interesting to me. Figure. I want to see Zalal versus Delgado. Okay. I think Zalal is a little bit past Delgado, but that's a fun matchup. Matchmake the lightweight division right now. Right now? What do you think this is? Matchmake right now. Ooh, gosh. I don't really know who you could give the title shot to if you're not giving it to. Can't give it to Allen. He's 1-2. Same thing with Yair. He's 1-2. Same thing with Aljo. He's 1-2. You could give it to Laurel Murphy. He's on a winning streak. So let's just hypothetically say that. Laurel Murphy versus Volkanovski for the title, and then you got Ivalov, Pico. Arnold Yair makes a ton of sense to me. A ton of sense. Josh Emmett, Yusuf Zalal. Giga? How is Giga to 13? Giga versus... How is he above David Onama? What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense to me. David beat him. That's stupid. Sean Woodson versus David Onama. I like that. Yeah, I can't matchmake what I'm doing live. That's nuts. Prime Ronda beats Kayla? No. John and Connor fighting at the White House event? I hope so. How is it weird? Krylov Bogdan? I like that. Who do you have in Poirier versus Max? Max. Kaio gonna expose Imavov? Probably, with his grappling. Imavov has great movement, though. I slammed Van, Talbot, Robocop, first round KOs. Let's go. Ilya, first round KO. Pantoja by sub. Jacoby Smith by finish. Cortez by decision. Delgado, Emil to end in round end in KO. Denise slammed McKinney huge by a first round finish. Incredible lineup right there, buddy. God damn. MVP sleeps Cannonier. Yeah. For some reason, I don't know why this is, but people think this is an easy fight for Cannonier. I don't understand it. Lightweight. Ortega book against Aljo. Yep. Meccano Chandler. Okay. Who would be Aspinall's next opponent? Jailton Almeida. The heavyweight division is sad as fuck. Of course it is. Shocker there. Shocker. Yeah, Jailton Almeida. Kyle breaks Imavov's leg. No. Aljo Sterling. Okay, I like it. I went 11 for 11 at 317 and got 6 exactly correct. Good job, buddy. I think I went 9 and 2. Yeah, I think I had 2 wrong. That's it. I cashed plus 41,000 parlay. Only put 10 on it, unfortunately, to win 4,100. Dude. God damn. Almeida's gonna beat Tom. Let's fucking go, Kyle. Very tough fight. Imavov is sharp. Nerds on top. Yeah, Imavov is sharp. It is movement's the thing that is different. Just different. MVP gonna sleep Jared? Yeah. Hamzat a panic wrestler? Yes. He's gonna be really panicking when he fights Drysus. Really panicking. Almeida wouldn't even beat Volkov. I disagree. I think he would have. Especially if he got him to the ground, obviously. Jailton is my boy, but Tom would slump him in the first. Interesting. Okay. He is faster than Jailton, for sure. You got DDP? You're goddamn right I got DDP. Marcano versus Chandler. I bet Chandler in 100%. I would never trust it in Marcano again. I'd never trusted in Marcano in the first place. Hamza beats any of y'all's favorite fighters. Keep crying. Okay. Okay. Izzy doesn't deserve it, but rebook him versus Strickland. No. Fuck Strickland. Go beat up some more YouTubers. So many every dollar fights coming up, bro. Yeah. Goddamn right about that. I already got 14K on Petrino. Dude. If he loses to Austin Lane, what are we doing? Austin Lane is awful. He's so bad. Gomez versus Marion Santos. Yeah, I like that matchup. You should probably do Delgado. Honestly. Bonfim is gonna submit Wonderboy. God, I hope not. God, I hope not. Mean Machine Steve slumps and retires Cater. Please. Please. Thinks you don't like Strickland too? No. It sucks. When we look at Tom versus Blades, then Almeida versus Blades, I would lean Tom, but the ground game is live for Almeida if he doesn't get knocked out first. Exactly. Again, all of these things is we don't know the ground game of Tom. We just don't. Canelo beats the fuck out of Crawford. I disagree 1,000%. I think Crawford has much more power than Canelo. Towson slumps Black Beast bad in the first. I don't think so, but possibly. Mike Davis gets the win. I think so, yes. Pimblett submits Gaethje with ease. Alonzo versus Navajo. Ugh. I think Alonzo would slump Navajo. I am not impressed with Navajo Sterling. I think he's good, but he is not on that hype level. Who wins Gene Silva versus Diego Lopez fight? Gene Silva, I think. Strickland's annoying and hypocrite. Yep. Ilya would absolutely kill Patty. Yes. The thing that would help Patty is he's very strong on top. But Gene shadows Diego really bad. Like crazy highlight for years to come. And I'm here for it too. Hello from Townsville, Australia. Sup? Sup? How you doing? How you doing? I love Volk, but man, Gene would cue ball him. I don't know. I don't know. I think Gene wins that fight, but I think Volk's movement, once again, and getting that title fight out of the way. I love that movement of Volk. He has good wrestling. He has good timing. We don't have a ton of answers on Gene besides he has good power. You think Max finds the TKO? No. No. I do think he wins, but I don't think he finds the TKO. Navajo made Turco's look good. Yeah, correct. Turco got the grappling going, even a takedown, minimal damage. Correct. Yeah, good, mate. How you doing? I'm good. I'm here, you know. Do you think Ivalov shows Pico levels? No. He has no finishing ability. His wrestling is good, but I thought Sterling beat him. Again, I'm going to say it. Pico is a good wrestler as well. No. Gene Silva versus Volk is one of the greatest future matchups at the moment. I'm calling it. Yeah, I agree. Get Marion Pinto a blob. God, yeah, right. Jesus. Ugh. Tell you were going to finish Abazi in 3. Abazi's strong. So we'll see. So unfortunately, Lima pulled out. I was going to slam him. Lima. Oh, Lima? Who the fuck are we talking about? Lima. I can't think of his name. Ivalov easily runs out the clock, beats Pico. Okay. Okay. UFC has different levels. That's fair. That's fair. Pico by 48-47 decision. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yes, Hiro by sub. Andre Lima, sorry. You're correct. You're correct. I know exactly who you're talking about. Ooh, you have Mavzar winning by 4-1. Ooh, I think it's going to be closer than that. Prime DC versus Prime Fader. Who wins? DC. DC. Marcus McGee can make it a fight, man. Of course he can make it a fight. Sergio Pettis should go back to the flyweight. Yeah. Yes. He just beat fucking Rufian Stotts. Share bullet pieces up power bar. Yes. But power bar with his wrestling, he could make that fight fun. He has good pressure. Volk, Aljo. People are going to hate this. I think I'd kind of root for Aljo in that fight. Because the wrestling scrambles would be so fun. Josh Emmett said he wants a big name. Said he's 40 and he's mid, so no to Onama and Costa. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I watched that interview, and yeah, he said he wants big fights that excite him. That's fair. Pavlovich is going to shadow Waldo? Probably. I hope not, but probably. Aaron Pico doesn't have anybody on his resume. Yeah. That's fair. Pico. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I need Rufy versus Chandler, man. I'd slam 40,000. Jesus. Thoughts on Brock Lesnar's run? Impressive, for sure. Impressive. I mean, yeah. Slamming 5,000 on Protest to snipe Jeff Neal. I like the length. So, for Patez. Aljo versus Mavzar was a dope fight. I had Aljo. I thought Aljo won 3-2. Share had been working on wrestling, and he should have done that before the MVP fight. There was no working on the wrestling before when he fought MVP. MVP was always going to beat him. There's nothing Shera could have done to beat MVP. Arnold versus Mavzar was closer than people remember. Was not that close. I thought Mavzar did very well in that. Again, the problem also is Mavzar has no finishing ability, has no power. So, I thought Mavzar controlled a lot of it, but it was closer, yes. Can't wait to see how they make the welterweight division. Praying they let my day one Morales send Leon to the Shadow Realm. 100K bet right there. Jesus Christ. I just watched the interview earlier that he was trying to fight Leon. That doesn't really answer any fucking question, but he was talking about Leon in the latest interview I watched. If Zabit was still fighting, he would be champ. No, he wouldn't be. If Gon stops ducking, it'll be my biggest bet of all time. First round finish. I don't think Tom finishes Gon round one. I don't think so. Pico got a 48, 47. Evilov, then Volk versus Pico and MSG. That'd be incredible. I got Lerone Murphy beating Arnold Allen. Oh, yeah. I think Arnold Allen is so overrated. I don't think he's all that good. Gotta be honest. Gotta be honest. Not a huge fan of Arnold Allen. Not at all. Cannonier took Robocop's best shots. Yes. I could see MVP winning the decision, though, with his karate distance style. I could see him finishing him, but yes. I have him winning. I think it's a very tough fight for Cannonier. I like Lerone. He's a better version of Leon. Yes. God, that's a tongue twister. Jesus. Petrini has to win, man. Petrino. Jesus, what am I talking about? Jesus, sorry. Yeah, he absolutely has to win. Now, it's not necessarily a bad loss the way he did against Jacoby. It's just the fact that he didn't try to wrestle him, especially against the cage. I don't understand it. Did you know? Interesting pieces. What the fuck are you talking about? Buckley fumbled when fighting Usman. Usman pulled off the veteran move and made it boring. I don't think it was that boring. Robocop versus Pfeiffer. I think Robocop beats him. I can't wait for a White House card. Me neither. Who would you have in my day one Irish lad versus dominant wrestler Sean Brady? Sean Brady. I'm not very impressed with Ian Gary. Gotta be honest. I like Ian Gary a lot. It's just the last few fights he's been more of a wrestler than a striker. I love his game planning. He's a very smart fighter. I can't give him shit for that. Just he's not really impressing me. But he's winning, so whatever. Would you have Brady be in Shavkat? No. Anyone else at 1 a.m. thinking about life? We're all here, buddy. UFC 319 is looking very nice. UFC 319. Duplessis, Chimaev. Oh my god. Oh, there's only 10 fights on this card, so we're going to get more. Oh, yeah. Oh, this fight card. Oh, absolutely. Yes. Hope we see Bilal Usman, yeah. All right, let's see this. Who wins, Morales versus Shavkat? We don't know much about Morales. We know he's a good striker. But unless I think he could get Shavkat out of there early, I would say Shavkat. Oh my God, so many dollars on 319, man. Yeah. Francis Jr., yep. Ateba by KO, yep. Justin versus Patty in the co-main. That's not here yet. Michael Morales going to sub Leon and Noche in one after he drops him. I know it's bold, but I don't care. It's not bold. Leon is not good. Not good. Is Slam a small middleweight? Oh, Islam, a small middleweight. Islam versus Hamzat. Who wins? Islam. I picked Magny to TKO Malat in round 3. That's sick. Good job. Shavkat stock has dropped so much. I don't agree at all. Slamming 4 to 8K on Trailblazer finished Rod. D-Rod? Yeah, I agree. Do you know what movie that's from, Elite? All right, Drod. Test for you. Hamzat is too big for Islam. Okay. Morales by sub was bold. Oh, yeah. By sub, sure. Not into movies? Oh, okay. Okay. Sports and music for you? Okay, okay, okay. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. The first time I saw Burns fight was the Woodley fight. Oh, okay. I really thought he was going to win the belt someday. It looked like it there for a minute. If you don't agree with that take, you can't deny his hype has died down a lot. Not finishing Ian Gary and being incredibly inactive. He's inactive because he's hurt. You can't say you can't you can't, you can't be like, hey, this football player sucks. Oh, he tore his ACL and that's why he's been out for a year. You can't be like Jonathan Brookins is shit. Oh, he's been out for 2 years because he tore his ACL twice. Oh, he's shit. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's died down, but it also has died down from fans that don't understand you can't finish every fighter. He went into that fight with everything torn in his knee and still dominated most of that fight with Gary. Still. So, Rude Boy versus Burns. I don't know what Burns we're talking about. Gilbert Burns? Rude Boy. Who do you have in Rizzy versus Battle? Battle. He's dead. He's dead ass the Anthony Davis of the NBA. I am 28 years old and I've been watching UFC since 2005. Oops. When I was 8 years old and it's on a decline. I don't care what anyone says. Too many politics and too many Dodgers. I disagree. But okay. Okay. Islam versus Usman would be interesting. I agree. I think Aljo handles T-City. It depends. Are they going to straight wrestle? Because TC is a better grappler. Not a better wrestler, but he's a better grappler. Battle beats Rizzy? Yes. Pierre goes back to middleweight. No, never going back to middleweight. Alex versus DDB, who wins? Alex. I don't care, man. Rizzy might murder him in the first. I don't know. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's possible. But if those two can make that fight a grind, so can Battle. Jones has more appearances in court than in the cage. Still the greatest. Who do you have in the Poetan versus Inc. 2? Poetan. Why do you disagree instead of just saying you disagree? What? I definitely disagree. I disagree because there's a lot of good fights. I disagree because there's 2,000 fighters, possibly more, and they're consistently putting out good cards. Are you going to have stinker fights sometimes? Yeah. Is the product going to be watered down a little bit? Yeah. You have an event damn near every single Saturday for a year. For years. You're consistently putting out good fights. I mean, maybe you're just growing out of it. I've been watching it for over 20 years at this point. I'm getting more into it because I like stories. I like these fighters' stories. Who would you have in the Yuri versus Olberg? Yuri. Yeah, Yuri. Unpredictable. Olberg hasn't looked good in a few fights. How crazy that your boy Bones ducked that bad. Didn't duck, but nothing to prove. Ty Massimo's done nothing. But okay. Since Jones is out, who is the only threat to Aspinall? Nobody. There's fights I want to see, but there's no threat. If Alex beats Ank, I can see Hamza moving up to 205 to fight him. Interesting. I like it. If Derek Lewis chance to win a belt now, I mean, if there's ever a chance, sure, but I don't think he would beat Tom because Tom's faster. Now, Lewis hits harder, but Tom is faster. You got to be well-rounded to beat Tom. Who would you have in Izzy versus Strickland 2? I think Strickland is a piece of shit, but I don't know how Izzy beats Strickland. Is Strickland washed now, and that's why we're picking Izzy to win? I just don't know. Jones is the GOAT, yes. Moreno versus Royval 3, rumored for Noche UFC, or UFC Noche. I don't really know how I feel about that fight. And neither fight has really been that fun to watch. Tom beats Bones within 2. Okay. How awesome is Josh Van Man? incredible. Incredible. For him to fight right before the Royval fight and then have that performance, unbelievable. Who would you have in Cop versus KKF? Cop. I think Cop beats everybody, possibly even the champion. He hits too hard, he's too explosive, and when he touches people, they tend to go night-night. Does Yair, I think he's the dark horse of that division. Does Yair beat Volk? I fucking hope not. Or does this fight end the same? I agree. Who would you have in Sugar versus Umar? It depends if Sugar can stop takedowns. If he can stop the takedowns, Sugar. If he can't, Umar. Is Pantoja approaching GOAT status of the 125? Yes. Umar by assault? I don't think it'd be that easy, but sure. Hell no, Van would piece Cop up. I disagree. And again, I'm not saying Van wouldn't hit him, but I'm saying Cop hits hard. So, yeah. It'd be like Van lands 100 times, but Cop landed 10 and he got the KO. Because he hits so damn hard. Does DP retire if he beats Max? Yes. Or with the new prospect of Ilya being champ, do you think he tries to position for a title shot? I would love for him to fight for the title. Who do you got in Marab versus Corey? Marab all day. Corey sucks. But no, caught by intentional eye pokes. If it was that intentional, the referee should have got in between it. Who would you have in Talbot versus Yanez and also Cody? Talbot could beat both those guys in the same outing. 2-on-1 and Talbot wins. Cody's fucking dog water. He's like the fucking mouthwash you do to clean out your mouth and all that, and you spit it out. That's what Cody Garbrandt is. Corey by heel hook. Is Tony Ferguson the most overrated fighter ever? No. Because when Tony was in his prime, he was the fucking boogeyman. Who do you got in a Sue versus Tiramov? We don't know much about Tiramov. Probably Tiramov. Van beats Silva. More impressive and faster than Cop without using PEDs or grazing the cup of Silva like Cop did, and I was a huge Cop fan before the... Okay. Cop. I mean... Sure, but Silva was coming off of the Cop loss. So, yeah. What would you book next for Sean O'Malley? Move up a weight division. Besides Umar, Corey has the best chance. I disagree. 1,000%. Yannier beats Talbot. He got better hands. I don't know if Yanez has better hands. I don't know about that. Yanez got chinned by Font. Yep, having a lot of success, though, but yes. Corey, not just a one-trick pony striker. He's got great jiu-jitsu and not afraid on the ground. Great jiu-jitsu? The fuck are you talking about? His opinions, brother, all due respect, have... Yeah. It's all... Yeah, you're good, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you. Again, it is about 1:30 in the morning. Elite, we got to do a video. Hit me up when you're free. I don't know. Let me know. We'll do something. Slamming Islam Dulatov to KO Figure. He definitely should. And did you know Figure is 36 years old? What the fuck? What? That's crazy to me. But I appreciate you guys. Have a good night. I'm going to get some sleep. I do appreciate you. Just let me know, Elite, and we'll set it up. Appreciate you. Peace.